Yo, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be looking at the news that an unannounced mode for Halo Infinite multiplayer, the Battle Royale, may have been cancelled. Now, obviously there's not much news for this. It was never announced. It was rumored, and we have seen it in a few places listed as something that they're looking at. Microsoft have repeatedly been kind of looking into the whole battle royale scene. Obviously, it's not an easy market to get into, with the likes of Fortnite, Apex, and whatnot kind of spearheading into that league. But, you know, if you can break into it, it's a big money on it, especially if it's actually good. But it's a lot of, effort to maintain a battle royale. However, what's interesting here is the fact that without the game actually being announced, people are now turning around and saying that, after all this time, Halo, Battle Royale is cancelled. And this comes from an interview with Special Nick with Xbox Era, but it's just a rumor. It's nothing confirmed. But of course, we are going to have Unleashed over here. Immediately, Xbox fanboys are pathetic hypocrites. So The Last of Us Factions 2 gets announced. They start showing concept art. We've got Neil Druckmann coming out saying that it is the best Last of Us game that he's ever worked on and the most fun. And then they actually cancel it. Then, after it's been put on ice, they come back and say it's still in development. So it's officially announced as a live service game coming to PlayStation. On top of this, Factions itself was ripped off from the actual Last of Us Part 1 and Last of Us Part 2 games as a multiplayer option in order to be sold separately. That in itself is kind of weird, right? But the scope of what they wanted to do with the Factions 2 was actually quite impressive. So people gave it a little bit of leeway. So not only did you pay $70 for an incomplete game, because it was incomplete, it was missing features from the original. But now that game has been cancelled, and PlayStation fans are perfectly okay with this, despite the fact that they absolutely shouldn't. Well, actually, a lot of PlayStation fans were very upset about this. But apparently, an unannounced game that hasn't actually been officially announced, it's not even a game, by the way, it's a game mode. It's a game mode within Halo Infinite that, even if it existed, even if it's been put on ice, can always be revisited, unlike Factions 2, where it's pretty much scrapped. But this dude over here basically decides that this is the hill he wants to die on. This is the dude that caps for the PS5 on a regular basis, that doesn't even own a PlayStation 5. At this point, I'm not convinced he even owns a PlayStation 4, because he's openly come out and said that he doesn't own a PS5, but when asked about the PS4, he stayed very silent. So, whether he actually owns one or not, and the sad part here is that if this guy actually does, or whatever he is, doesn't actually own a PlayStation platform, and he's calling Xbox fanboys pathetic hypocrites, my dude is capping for a console. He has no skin in, no leg in, no, nothing in, because he doesn't own the console. So essentially what's happening here is that my dude is walking around looking for the cool kids and saying, hey guys, I want to say some bad stuff. I said some bad stuff as well. He's basically like the GameSpot of the journalists, when IGN gave Starfield a 7 out of 10, GameSpot was in the background going, hey folks, I gave it 7 out of 10 too. Do you want to come and click on my link too? I'm here. Can you see me? I gave it 7 out of 10 too. Hello? Anyone? Please? I'll repost the article like IGN 7-8 times. Will that make you notice me? Please? Someone? I'm lonely. And so Unleashed is basically the GameSpot equivalent of basically that. He's running around tagging along with a collar around his neck on all fours, being pulled along as a pony. Well, he has to play the part, right? while people get on his back and ride him like a pony, while he's trying to fit in with that crowd. I mean, if my dude at least owned a PS5, I would at least say, you know what? Fair enough. You got a platform, you're console warring for your platform. But can you imagine console warring for a console you don't even own? Now that's sad. But if we actually scroll down, you've got CMC over here. Seriously, I do not remember 343 making a Battle Royale mode for Halo Infinite at all, because it was never announced. It's always been kind of like something they've been looking at. And I think over here, IGN for the first time actually put it right. Unannounced Halo Battle Royale reportedly shelved. It's reportedly. There's no confirmation. I think the rumors that are going around right now are astronomically huge for Xbox. Everyone is making up a rumor as it goes left and right. I mean, yesterday, I actually got a really hot tip from an insider, and I posted it on Twitter. So here was my actual insider news. I posted it because I like to post my sources as well. Unlike these people who kind of get their sources and kind of, for the most part, it looks like they're making it up. My sources claim God of War and God of War Ragnarok and Returnal are all coming to Xbox. And my source, trust me, bro, the voices in my head have spoken to me. And that is my source. The voices in my head. Now, that's as good as this, right? That is as good as this. It's all reportedly rumored, and there is no concrete information about a game that was never announced. This is like them saying Starfield was supposed to be on PS5. Was it announced for the PS5? No, it wasn't. Then how was it supposed to be on PS5? I mean, that was me trying to reenact a pony. But as we scroll down here, we are also seeing, a second article that I posted. If we click on this, the mysterious, long-rumored Halo Battle Royale project from series co-developer Certain Affinity is no longer in development, a new Xbox report has claimed. Speaking on Xbox Era, podcast reliable insider Shepshal Nick said the game, codenamed Project Tatana, had seemingly been cancelled. Now, there's a lot going on here, right? We have the mysterious, long-rumored, so nothing concrete, project in a series with co-developer Certain Affinity is no longer in development. They don't know this. There's no official statement. There's no official proof of this. It's just a rumor, because apparently right now, making unsolicited rumors about Xbox is the big craze, right? So I personally don't care if this is real or not, personally, because at the end of the day, it is a game mode. It's a spin-off game mode for Halo Infinite. It's not a standalone launch title. It's just going to be something that will be available and integrated into Halo. It's not like, Factions over here, which had proper 4 years development for a story mode, multiplayer mode, a loot system, you name it. Not nothing like that, where they actually put blood, sweat, and tears into making it, while they were kicking and screaming like adolescent children, wanting for it to not work on it, because apparently when your boss pays you to do something and, you don't like it, apparently that's supposed to give you a reason to not do it, when in actual fact, if you don't like something, you can just get up and leave. That is what a normal person would do. But I guess not having a job compared to having a job was different, so they actually worked on it, lovingly or hatingly. If you're getting paid to do a job, you do a damn good job that you're getting paid to do. You don't just turn around and say blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, rumor, new Halo reportedly cancelled. The game was never announced. How many games are in the oven in concept stage being developed and get cancelled? EA in their earnings call a couple years ago said they get around 20 to 30 titles that they cancel on a yearly basis. Some companies go up to like 50, 60 concepts that they bring up, work on, and then they cancel because it's just not something that they can see has a future. Not every company is going to decide to release the Babylon's Fall or the Avengers or the Anthems to have them systematically fail. As we found out recently, Anthem only made 2 million sales and 5 million in its lifetime. Compared to others in the series, like the Jedi Star Wars series, the first one I think sold around about 20 million, and that's a single player game, not even a live service. So as you can see, that game cost EA a lot of money. But if a game hasn't been officially announced and it is mysteriously rumored to be in development, and I've got no doubt that this game was being cooked in the background with something that potentially could be there for Xbox, how can it be cancelled if it was never announced, if it never existed? Something existing in concept stage or, you know, on design stage or early pre-alpha to show off to shareholders to say, hey, look, this is what we think. Or to show off to Phil Spencer, hey, this is something we're doing. And then he looks at it and says, no, I don't like it. And it's profit. That is not something that's in active development. That's not how this whole conversation works. But if you look at this guy who has no PS5, probably no PS4, he's trying to use this as a win. But what would be really funny is if they actually showed off Halo Battle Royale on Thursday and said it's coming. That would be like the biggest, screw you boys, I got you good. Probably won't happen. But it would be great for all the rumors that are going around. That would be like the best kind of slap in the face to every single rumor. Especially the one where a good old boy, Reforge. Now, apparently he's got insider knowledge, insider contacts that have told him nothing about the PS5 because he has no contacts there. No one wants to know him. No one even wants to know his existence. But apparently his contacts, which I'll be covering in a separate video, have told him. I'm guessing these are from like, I have no idea. Have told him that Starfield is coming to PS5. And now, from the game being not for him, mid, he didn't like it, boring, he's super excited for it to be on the PS5. And now the game is no longer mid, no longer boring, no longer trash. Now the game is something that he's actually excited to play. What these morons don't realize is that the odd game here and there, as in, you know, Pentiment, even Hi-Fi Rush to a certain degree, which is a smaller title, may go to like the Nintendo Switch, right? There's no denying that this could be a possibility. But the likes of Halo, Avowed, Starfield, none of those will go to other platforms. The big hitters won't go, because if they do, I don't think people understand how quick those subscriptions by those that do care about this will fall off. And Microsoft ain't stupid. They know this. They don't need the money. And all these people like Colin, like Reforge, saying that Microsoft need the money. They earn more money in an hour than they probably earn all year. What money do they need again? What money do they need? They're buried in money. What money do they need again? They're $1 trillion company with profits that can soak anything they want. Sony could only dream of going out and buying these companies. They can't do it. And now you've got this Alex Smith again, which I'm going to follow up another video tomorrow with that. He's coming out saying that there's like 9 exclusives coming to PlayStation from all these companies. And, well, yeah, that guy's takes are so bad, it's not even funny anymore. But we'll be covering that in the stream as well today, so we can have a good laugh at it. So hopefully I'll see you tonight at the stream. But that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's see if we can hit that 300 likes, and I'll see you in the next one. Remain legend.